Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. So, today we're diving into some pretty intriguing NFL news involving the Steelers that might seem minor on the surface, but in reality, it's part of a bigger picture that could have serious implications for the team's future and their quest for another Super Bowl. The Steelers, as you all know, have been quietly building a solid roster, especially on offense, trying to find that perfect mix to push them over the edge. And just recently, they made a move that caught some attention. They released tight end Kevin Fulch. Now, at first glance, it might look like just another roster change. But when you start unpacking the details, it speaks volumes about what the team is trying to do and where they see their roster going in the upcoming season. Kevin Fulch, for those who may not be entirely familiar, is a player who's been bouncing around the league a bit. He's only 24 years old, and his journey has been quite interesting. He joined the NFL after some time in college at New Haven, a Division I school, where he showed some promise, catching 7 touchdowns during his senior year in 2023. That kind of production at any level is impressive, especially coming from a smaller school, and it earned him some recognition, including being selected to the All-Conference honors 3 times. What's particularly notable here is that he's the first player from New Haven to make it into an NFL camp since 2017, which says a lot about his talent and determination. In terms of NFL experience, Fulch's journey has been a bit of a roller coaster. He's spent time with the Carolina Panthers, the New York Jets, and most recently with the Kansas City Chiefs, who released him on June 20. Since then, he's been trying to find a new home, participating in multiple workouts but without signing with any team yet. The Steelers picked him up after they lost rookie DJ Thomas Jones to an injury during training camp. That injury really shook things up on their tight end depth chart because, as we all know, the position is crucial, especially for a team that prides itself on a balanced offensive attack and a strong running game paired with accurate passing. Now, let's think about what this move really signifies. The Steelers clearly needed some extra depth at tight end, especially after losing Thomas Jones, who showed promise in his rookie season. But releasing Fulch now, after bringing him in as a temporary solution, suggests that the team has a different plan or perhaps is looking at other options. It might be that they're still assessing their roster, looking for someone who fits their scheme better or perhaps someone they believe can develop further and be a more long-term asset. The fact that Fulch has been on multiple teams and has yet to find a steady spot indicates that he still needs to prove himself at the NFL level, and maybe the Steelers are waiting for the right opportunity to bring someone in, or they're simply trusting their younger prospects, like the other tight ends currently on the roster. But what about the bigger picture? The Steelers have been known for their stability, their ability to find value in overlooked players, and their knack for developing talent over time. They have a core group of players that they believe in, but they also know that injuries happen, and depth is always a concern. This is why they've been so active in training camp, trying to find the right pieces to complement their veterans. The release of Fulch might seem like a small move, but it's really part of a calculated effort to fine-tune their roster, especially on offense, where they want to maximize their chances of making a deep playoff run. Speaking of the roster, let's take a moment to look at the current state of the Steelers' offensive lineup. They still have their reliable tight ends, and they're counting on the development of younger players, along with the experience of veterans. The team has been emphasizing versatility and athleticism at the position, looking for someone who can block effectively and also be a reliable target in the passing game. This is especially important given the current NFL landscape, where tight ends are often used as primary safety valves and big play contributors. The Steelers' offensive scheme under head coach Mike Tomlin has always been balanced, and they want to keep that tradition alive, even as they adapt to the evolving league. Now, it's also worth mentioning that the Steelers are entering this season with a lot of optimism. They've made some key additions on defense and have a solid core of players on offense that just need to stay healthy and gel together. The quarterback situation remains steady with Kenny Pickett, who showed flashes of brilliance last season and is expected to take a big step forward this year. The offensive line has been solid, and the running game, led by Najee Harris, is expected to continue being a focal point. So, the tight end position, though sometimes underrated, plays a crucial role in their offensive success, and they're obviously very cautious about how they fill that spot. What's fascinating here is how this move fits into the broader AFC North picture. The division has become incredibly competitive over the last few years, with teams like the Bengals and Ravens making significant moves to strengthen their rosters. The Steelers, under Tomlin's leadership, always aim to stay competitive year after year, and roster decisions like these are part of that ongoing process. They're always looking for ways to improve, whether that's through draft picks, undrafted free agents, or mid-season additions. The release of Fulch might seem small, but it's a puzzle piece in the strategy to stay ahead in a division that's only getting tougher. And let's not forget about the fans, who are always eager to see how the roster evolves. Every move, every cut, every signing is scrutinized and analyzed. Fans are wondering who might fill the void left by Fulch, what this means for the tight end room, and how it impacts the team's chemistry and game plan. It's a constant chess game, and the Steelers' coaching staff has always been known for their tactical approach. Looking ahead, the team's focus now shifts to finalizing their roster for the regular season, evaluating the remaining players, and preparing for the first games of the year. The Steelers have shown resilience and adaptability in the past, and this offseason is no different. Their scouting staff and coaching team are always looking for those hidden gems, those players who can step up when it matters most. The tight end position remains open, but the team's confidence in their current roster and developmental prospects suggests they're planning carefully, not rushing into any quick fixes. To sum up all of this, the Steelers' decision to release Kevin Fulch isn't just about one player. It's about the bigger picture of roster management, team strategy, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that the franchise has been known for. Every move they make, small or large, is aimed at maintaining their competitive edge and contending for a Super Bowl once again. The AFC North is fierce, and teams are always looking to gain an advantage, but Pittsburgh's stability, tradition, and strategic planning put them in a solid position. The coming weeks will reveal more about how they plan to shape their roster, but one thing is for sure, the Steelers are not standing still. They're actively adjusting, always looking for ways to improve and stay at the top of their game. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you think the team is making the right call by releasing Fulch? Are you optimistic about the tight end position this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.